right, readers. Yesterday we read a book called Herding Dogs, and we are working that good readers, when they read, they want to notice what the big idea of a story is. And so we earlier this week we read about the lighthouse. Let's visit the lighthouse. And we noticed that in the book there was lighthouses everywhere. The title had the lighthouse and the repeating word was lighthouse. So we realized that the big idea was facts about the lighthouse, and we could prove it because we also saw that the lighthouses warned the boater sailors in the fog. We said the lighthouse has their light on top. Sometimes they're red. So it had all sorts of facts about the lighthouse. Yesterday we did herding dogs, and the title of our book is Herding Dogs. Now, titles are a really good clue to the main idea, but there's also lots of other clues in the story. So we look for repeating words, words that we see over and over. And pictures are a great way to find the main idea. Looking for my arrow. So yesterday we looked at our book and we saw a repeating word. What does that say? Herding. And the next word is dogs. Dogs that herd. And then we hear that corgis are herding dogs. That's right. And then we see that sheepdogs round up sheep. And rounding just means to herd. Hmm. Do you know the big idea of our story? Do you know what our story is mostly about? The title, the picture, and those repeating words. It's about dogs that herd other animals. And then what facts in our story did we learn or that are in our story that prove that it really is about herding dogs? Well, we know that we saw lots of things that tell us that it's about herding dogs. We just talked about some. What is one fact here that tells me it's about herding dogs? Do you know? Corgis herd dogs or cows or horses. So that's a fact we learned, right? So that supports our main idea. What about on this page? Is there anything on this page that lets us know about herding dogs? The pictures, right? We see it. And it says the pups lead them to the barns. That's another fact about herding dogs. Lots of details about dogs. And then we see that here, oops, I went too far. Sheepdogs herd sheep. So another fact. So our big idea of our story, herding dogs, is dogs that herd, sheepdogs and corgis. All right, first grade. So now we're going to take our reading test. And it is on your Google form. And in one of the questions, you're going to read a story. Look at the title. Read the story carefully and see if you can figure out the main idea. All right, and then finally, after that test, you will have your spelling test. So when you're ready for your spelling test, you can go ahead and continue playing this. If you can hit pause if you're not ready for it, because I'll be saying your spelling words in just a moment. You have your spelling test out, you can go ahead and type it in and submit it to me, and I will have it. All right, number one, 6. I am 6 years old. 6. Hit pause whenever you need to while you're writing or typing, and then hit play when you're ready for me to keep going, because I'm just going to keep on going. Number 2, sit. Sit. My teacher asked me to sit in my chair. Sit. Number 3, grin. Grin. The boy had a big grin on his face when his daddy came home from work. Grin. Number 4, I think that was 3, right? Yes, number 4, did. Did. My teacher said I did so well on my test. Did. Number 5. Will. Will. Will you go with me to the park? Will. Number 6. Trip. Trip. We will go on a trip to Disney. Trip. Number 7. Big. Big. I saw a big spider on the floor. Big. Finally, number 8. In. In. We will go in because it is raining. In. All right, so you'll have your Google form to fill out for your reading test and your spelling test today. And I'll see you readers on Monday. Have a great weekend. Proud of you and keep on reading. Good job.